tell me about the project. Need to be nice, and this is interested. We have some to do another thinking about that. And yes, we sit together. We want to do it really easy because we want to communicate it to everybody, and then you have to also to get products everywhere, and this is really great. Yes, in Germany we have a lot of anything, and but I think we found a good solution for that. Mm-hmm. You are my cooking assistant.
Thank you.
Yes,
and
I start and a little bit greens on the top, and later we create a light taco. Use the corn a little bit for the crunch. For the taco, so we use the leaves and some sweet things to the finish. Yeah? Without sugar, yeah, just natural ingredients. And you explain about the product, cooking a little bit, okay?
So the recipes that Sebastian will prepare for us today are adapted from real recipes that were derived from the Mediterranean diet studies. These are recipes that are proven to improve cardiovascular health, and they're published. You can find it in different journals. For those of you who are not familiar with the say the Predimed study or the Mediterranean diet, it's a quite famous where they have investigated the effect of specific items in cardiovascular health. And recently, they started investigating the effects of this diet in psychiatric and mind-related or brain-related fields. In that way, they are us in the To Be Nice program. So they kindly share with us the recipes they actually use in the study and the one they recommend to participants. Boundary.
This is also, you know, when you go one night out with your friends, what you eat on Sunday, yeah? Solution, you don't have so, I call it, this feeling to eat some drunk, yeah? You feel you eat a big portion of fries with cheese, fast pieces, was a nice wording. Using my hands. One guy is working.
Yeah, well, somebody has to work.
Somebody has to work. Okay. Actually, in normal hummus you use tahini and so, but I want to do without, and it's too much fat inside. And then we use a little bit of water and crushed ice. So, Alejandro, what do you prepare for food at home?
So my wife usually decides what we eat.
Yes?
She has better taste. Well, I'm originally from Colombia, and she's also. So we try to look for ingredients that would allow us to make this kind of food. And I have to say that globalization has allowed this kind of thing. Let's say, well, a little bit of everything. You know?
So, some herbs are really important. This here. When you don't have fresh herbs, your dry herbs will be also okay. But when it's the season for fresh, yeah, use fresh. Yeah, you have the base at home. You just change the ingredients, and then you go more easy and flexible. Yeah, a lot of people ask me okay, TV shows. Sebastian, what we can eat tomorrow, yeah? Without numbers, without chemical flavors and anything. I said, eat colorful food. And my last station as a chef I was a kitchen director of a Japanese hotel in Germany, and the Japanese eat to every part of a meal, to breakfast, to lunch, and to dinner, a minimum of 10 items, 10 different items, yeah, or ingredients, 10 ingredients. So they eat a big range of food, and they have really good, comfortable feeling, and nobody was like my chubby.
So what are the best sellers?
Ah, yeah, no, sure. These are machines, huh? When you use crushed ice when you use crushed ice with chickpeas, yeah, this elongate very smooth. There was a trick that shows me where I was in a hotel. The chef cook from a big Arabian prince. Yes, they said me, okay, use crushed ice. This is the only trick for you. Okay. So here's the salad. And the salad, Alejandro, you can put some lemon on it. Now I show. In the future, they change in the kitchen at home, yeah? Then, okay, a little bit salt, a little bit pepper, okay? Then maybe a little bit goat cheese, and now,
The whole lemon?
oh, it looks good.
You want me the whole lemon?
There's a whole lemon, a little pepper. And yeah, so with Mediterranean diets, they explain we use plant fat, and but I'm not a vegetarian. I eat organic meats and okay, herbs in it. We can create the first dish. So like that. What's that? You can.
It's a seal.
You know who prepared that, huh? Okay. So, that's okay. So mix it. Some little. Okay. Don't hold the big microphone.
Yeah, that's better. You do that better. So let me ask you something. How do you think this food will help you?
I think I have proteins. Yeah, I have a lot of raw vegetables. Yes, and when you see that after, yeah, you have creamy taste, you have crispy taste.
What do you think it's doing in your body?
I think it's come to the right time. This is not so good for lunch because your stomach have a lot of to do with that. Yeah, this is like for dinner. For dinner is not so well before it goes to sleeping, but for lunch it's very well.
Okay, for lunch is good, not
Yeah,
for dinner.
Not for dinner. Like that.
So one of the things that we want to investigate in our project is how these special combinations of food can actually modify the way the bacteria we have in our gut works.
So like that. Okay. And we have the goat cheese.
So basically what we're feeding is not ourselves, but the bugs that live in our intestine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a general security. Please, note that pickpockets shown can operate in the United States.
So
We would like to remind you not to leave
a quick taco with a.
So how do we call this salad?
Okay, we can call it maybe a Greek guy on a travel to Tel Aviv.
That's a good name.
Huh?
That's a good name.
Because it's a little bit inspiring hummus with the type of Greek salad. Yes, and the next we call the activity Mexican.
Activity Mexican.
It's activity. The Mexican, okay. So for that it's really easy. We have some beans.
But these beans are, you know, from the can, right?
Yes. This is easy because they're really perfectly cooked. I use it at home. You have to beat dry beans in the water. You have to cook it really slowly. It uses a lot of time. If you use beans in a can, it's not a bad product. It's a good product. Yeah. And they are really good proteins. Yeah. So, Lutz, now everybody's showing you, huh? You do it on my channel, everybody's showing you. So, this chili. You like chili? You're a Colombian guy?
I like it very much.
Yeah? How you like me? Then I put more.
No.
Okay. So, also beans and a little cucumber. So, it looks easy when I do that. I know that. Yeah. I hear it a lot of time from my mom. Said, "Yeah, you tell me about good cooking. Yeah, you cut so fast. Yeah."
So if a normal person like me, how much time would this go?
I said it a half hour.
Which I think is a pretty decent
Yeah.
to make food after a hard day's work.
This is a big problem for everybody. I said to the people, you can also use frozen vegetables, but use a lot of different vegetables. The people in the diet, they eat a lot of times the same things. A lot of friends of me, they go to gym, they eat cooked rice and chicken. I said, what's happened? Then they lose hair, they looks like a little bit like The Walking Dead, yes? Like this, I said, hey, you eat every day rice and chicken. It's no you like, yeah? So for that, you can also use frozen things, beans, yeah? And I use also a glass, a base of vegetable broth, yeah? And then you have some nice juice. You can do a lot of stimulate your food with good seasonings, yes?
And you don't need to have any particular preference.
No.
Omnivore, vegetarian, vegan,
No.
it would be the same.
Yes. So this is, I told you, I call that the activity Mexican. Yes, activity Mexican. This is like really a way to seasoning your food, yeah? Mm-hmm. Now why they put salt in the crusher?
Yeah.
They said
It's already crushed.
And now I have some. As you know, huh?
This is that I know.
Okay.
To tell people what you're doing.
Yeah, because this is vegetable fat. This is the only fat what I'm now using. I don't put oil. Yeah. My friend from India, I said, hey, how many calories? Lemon juice and liters of olive oil. Yeah.
So you take the avocado and then you just put it in.
Yeah, the avocado has enough oil and enough creamy taste to also to keep all of the vegetables, yes, a nice smooth flavor. So, like that. Cut a little bit. So, and now we can start with the preparing. I know, there's also a trick when the chef do with the pan and everybody said, oh yes, it looks so easy, yeah? A lot of friends try that at home, yes? And the wife is calling me, why you show him so bad things? Yes?
So how much food have you thrown away practicing that?
Oh, because, yes, I'm a consultant for recipes for the industries. And I create a lot of things in my home kitchen. Sometimes I really fucked up because I do 50 times the same and I try to do like this, okay, it doesn't work. I do like this, it doesn't work, yeah? It has to work on a big machine, yes? It's not the same like you're preparing food in the kitchen, yeah? In the pan you can season here, seasoning there a little bit, but when you do it for the industry, you have a recipe, they have to calculate for the machine is doing that.
Yeah.
And that's really complicated sometimes. So, and normally fillet taco, you use from corn or some fresh chunks. Do you know that? Yes, a tortilla. This is our tortilla. And now after this you have to taste.
So I'm your guinea pig.
Yes. And okay, a little bit we put on the top for the crunch.
Auch hier für die Leute ein bisschen was Knuspriges oben drauf.
This is everybody knows, yeah? You look cooking shows at home on the couch, and after this you go to the fridge. So, enjoy.
Want to give him a plate here, maybe?
Yeah.
Here.
No, plate. This is
No.
street food.
Street
huh?
food. Mexican activity here. Hello.
Wow. Wow. This is easy.
Wow.
I do a lot of, when some friends come to me, this is also in the Asian kitchen, I use leaves before plates. Yeah, a lot of leaves to eating with the hand to share everything, yeah. All rice paper things. Oh, he said, you see, he's still okay.
No, we just keep it there.
You keep it there. Okay, we made a little bit space here, and we talk about, okay, to the finish a little bit sweets, and okay, like that. More space. More space. Maybe you can ask the people some questions. Yeah, on the table. So, Alejandro. Good.
Okay, so one of the things we want to test, or that we're working on to test in the project, is if we find an effect of this type of approach in the structure, the bacterial structure that we have in the gut, following, very hardcore health disease. Can we alter the relative composition of these bugs, and will that change, affect, for example, behavioral outcomes, behavioral readouts from clinical trials? So it's very specific. Predictions are quite difficult, and one of the things we want to measure is if we change specifically the bacterial composition with the microbiota in our gut, can we change behavior, or can we modify behavior, or can we find an association with it? So the bugs that live in our gut play a very important role for general health. I don't know if you know that, but they are involved in many processes. Sorry. Immunological processes, gastrointestinal balance, metabolic balance. So we're moving it now to the brain via the gut-brain axis theories and hypotheses, which are quite hot right now. And the whole idea of the project is giving back to the community by showing people which food items could actually help us stimulate a healthier microbiota that would translate into what we hope is healthier behavior, especially for those people that are having problems. Yeah, either because they score too high in our behavioral assessments, or because they are diagnosed with some. So we prepared some questions for you about the microbiota, the bacteria, and we want to hear what you guys know about it. And the winners will have the chance to taste this fantastic food. Right? So before we do that, why don't you explain to us what you just did in these 3 minutes?
Yes, to create yogurt. Yes, this is not the future food, but we want to show how easy it is when you prepare something ready and use also a lot of seeds. Or you have also in the supermarkets now very puffed seeds. Yes, like quinoa, puffed rice. Yeah. This is really good, yeah, because of the fiber when you mix it with yogurt and so. And it's be easy without sugar, but the fruits have enough sugar. Yeah, in a lot of types of this yogurts, they put honey, syrup, a lot of things, and then it looks healthy, but it doesn't healthy, yeah, because it's so high calorie, it's the same like smoothies, yeah. Everybody's walking with a smoothie, but one bottle of smoothie has 800 calories, yeah. You can eat a whole meal. And this is without, you use good fruits on a high season, then they have enough sugar and they have enough taste. Yeah, a little bit mint, a little bit juice, a little bit. This is a natural yogurt, yes, free from Spain, the organized for us. It's pasteurized. Is
Sugar-free or natural?
This is natural yogurt. Yes, it's natural yogurt without sugar. Yes, and little fat, I think. Yeah, not too high fat. Yes, also. How many fat we have here inside? Oh, my Spain is bad, huh?
Maybe I can help you with
I
that.
do know your Spain is good.
My eyes are not. It says 599 kilojoules, 144 kilocalories per 100 grams.
Okay, this is not light, but when you use some fruits after this, when you start with this as a snack, with a taco, and then you maybe on 500 calories, and that'd be enough, yeah. Because the beans has also proteins. You have protein with the chickpeas, a lot of seeds, a lot of toppings, and this also when you have the day, okay, yeah.
Are you asking me?
No, do you want to have a date with me?
Wow. How do we call this one?
Yeah, we call it. Have to create. You have to create a name for that. I think. Okay, I think about it. I think not creamy finish. Yeah, the cream. Oh, it says a creamy finish.
Okay. No comment.
Why? What's that? Why? I don't know what you're thinking.
Okay, so
ask him the question. I prepare something. Huh?
this. Let's see. Lutz.
What?
Up
Yeah?
here.
Yes, yes.
Not thinking about the creamy finish.
Okay. So we have 3 dishes. So we need 3 questions.
Okay.
Huh? So if you know the answer, lucky you. So how do you think how many bacterial cells do you have in your body? How many bacteria? So give me like a proportion versus the number of human cells, your own cells. 4 times as many? Who else? 100 times as many. 50 times as many. Sorry? 1,000 times. Anybody else? Huh?
To the one, to the 500,
2 times.
575.
Anybody else?
10 times.
5 times. 10 times. Well, the actual ratio estimated as far as I think last year is 1.3 to 1. So who said 2? We have our first winner. So enjoy, that's the Mexican activity.
And after the creamy finish.
Okay, then we have the salad. Where's the salad?
Here's the salad.
Okay.
Okay.
So perhaps we should that we can share for 2 people.
Yeah, we can share.
Right? Okay. So who wants to so we have bacteria all over the body. So we are all full of bacteria. Even us now cooking for you. Well, he's cooking. He's also full of bacteria. Right? So where do you think the most bacteria live?
In the mouth.
In the mouth. In the skin. That's the biggest organ, in the skin. In the skin also? In the gut.
In the liver.
So many people got it correct. It's true. The highest variability up to 98% of what we know about our bacteria friends live in the gut. So Aline,
Yes.
come forward. Somebody else on this side, I think it was you. Come forward. Oh, we need a spoon. You should share it. You should share it. Okay, and then we have. Where is the creamy finish? Okay. Let's see. Will it? Okay. So this is a little bit tricky. How much do you think all these bacteria that we carry around weigh?
2 kilos.
Oh man, these people know. They know the bacteria.
2 kilos.
3.
1, 2, 3. I think it's between 1 and 2, but you said it first, so I think that you should have the prize. You can share. Do we have another spoon?
Yes.
Here you go. Can we do a couple of more?
Yes, come on. Now I'm warm for moving here.
Okay. So we get infected for the first time with this bacteria when we're born, right? So you get it from your mother. So we can actually find an effect of this bacteria on, mental health. You have to thank your mother for that, right? So how much time does it take after you get infected for the first time to normalize our bacterial profile? How much time do you think it takes? 6 months. 2 years. 1 year. 1 week. That's fast.
2 hours.
9 months. 3 what? 3 months. Okay, so there is no real answer yet. So that's a tricky question.
Okay, more food for us.
But what we know so far, or what the experts know, because I'm not an expert, suggests that the normalization period takes between 2 to 3 years. So somebody here said 2. Who said 2? Go forward.
Okay.
And then, but the interesting thing about that is that even though it seems to normalize, we possess a flexible microbiome. And that flexible microbiome is that allows, for example, when we go on holiday, when we change our diet, when we drink too much alcohol, when we are experiencing a drug treatment, antibiotics, for example. And there seems to be a fixed or more core-like part of this that is more impervious to this kind of changes. And perhaps it's the one that, and I say perhaps because we don't know yet, is the one that is more related to any disease-associated risk. But that still needs to be determined. Okay. Let me see. So, who knows here what serotonin is? You're a neuroscientist. You should know that, right? Okay. So, do you know where the most of serotonin is produced?
Gut.
And you know who produces it?
Bacteria.
The bacteria. Now the question is, does that serotonin go to our brain? The answer is we don't know. So very interesting is that the precursors of serotonin are produced by the bacteria. And they end up becoming systemic serotonin that actually helps our GI tract and many other system functions. The question is, are these precursors going through the blood-brain barrier? And that is very hot research. A lot of people are working on that. So if you are interested in this kind of research, perhaps you should look us up and contact us for more information. Now, do you have any questions?
Yes. For Sebastian,
Yes.
Do you use turmeric or cumin to the hummus?
Can you repeat
in
the
the
question?
hummus?
No, this is just
Repeat the question.
cumin. You mean cumin, or you can
The
use.
seed.
Yes, you can do what you want. For the seasoning, I think I want to show the base. Yes, so high protein from the chickpeas, without sesame paste, tahini,
Yeah.
but put only crushed ice, a little bit juice in it, and you can season it how you want. Yes, when you feel more cumin or cinnamon inside.
But
Yes.
it has anti-inflammatory
Anti-inflammatory. What the meaning?
Yeah,
of?
so it fights off inflammation. When you have, for example, an infection, you get an inflammation, and then swollen, for example.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that these condiments have this property. So it could help you, in theory,
Yes.
to reduce inflammation.
Yes. A lot of seasonings work like this. Also when you use yellow roots, yes, and other types, yeah. Every part of seasoning helps a different way, like ginger also, and but we search about not seasonings. Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Well, I think that I think we're finished now. Time is up, I think, but I guess there will be some more nice things to share, right?
Yes.
So if you want to say, I don't know for how long we have the space, but thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you.